There was another controversy involving the halftime show because Erika Kirk decided to say, yo, that. I ain't gonna let y'all Spanish speakers take over my dead husband's country. She pulled all her money together to run a halftime show by TPUSA and claimed that they had 5 million concurrent viewers. But Candace Owens had something else to say about that. But first, let's go to XQC, a fellow Montrealer who
he's from Laval.
Yo, is the chat frozen? I don't get it.
5 million live viewers.
Chat, then. It's not loading yet.
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
You guys,
not wake up to all this
hello?
stuff I don't want to hear.
Hello?
Same kind of gun I hunt with.
So he jumped in the live stream and realized, like, yo, there's no traction to this shit. There's nobody actually here. And they've been cooking up the numbers, but other people started looking into it. And this is where my favorite conspiracy theorist comes into play. The girl who knows about the communist bees.
There's some weird underground, it's like I sense like imminent danger is coming. It is relating to a school. I think it's a communist underground, and I don't know why, but it has something to do with bees. Bees.
You know, Candace, shout out to Candace, man. You know, bitch is crazy, but I fucking love everything she does.
And she does begin the call by being thankful to the entire Turning Point USA team for their work at the memorial event. So let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and the stadium, overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal. Their incredible work leading into the memorial.
So whether it's her and her organization doing this disgusting memorial, where they have this TPUSA event and you can take a picture in a booth where it's right where Charlie Kirk was assassinated for a photo op for money, you're fucking sick, all right? You can say whatever you want about Candace and all these different things. And, you know, we joked about her earlier in the show. But she is right about TPUSA. She is absolutely right about Erika Kirk's behavior. She's right about the fact that they look like they're just here to make money off of this dead man. There is no reverence for the dead. There's no respect for his grave. I can't get over the idea, like, I'm not religious, okay? Preach gets assassinated here on the studio. Y'all really think I'm gonna run a live event and do a fucking set where you can take a picture with this guy for money? You think I'm gonna run a show with fucking fireworks, turn it to WWE? There's no way. I feel like I have more reverence for the dead than these people do. I'm pretty much just agnostic. And it makes no sense because I don't even necessarily believe that there's necessarily an afterlife. But the idea that these people can treat the dead this way and tell me that they're truly religious.
The reason why you're thinking like that is because you're not religious.
Mm-hmm.
Because Charlie Kirk's death was a blessing. So if it is a blessing, then, you know, the blessing is the money. And for the second thing that you're not, you wouldn't do like a booth with me where you could take a picture. I would allow you to do it if you would give the proceeds to my girl. You know what I mean? No?
Even then, right. I would never do it. Even if you allowed me to, even if it helped your family, I would not do it.
It's because you're not religious. Because dying is a blessing. Amen?
Order in the court. I know you're memeing. I get what you're saying.
But that's how they that's really, if you go and you talk to these people and you say that, that's exactly the response that they're going to say. They're going to say, hey, listen, the Lord give, the Lord takes. Mm-hmm. So he took away and there was a reason. So there is a blessing in there and I have to see it.
Okay, so you guys can actually check the records on this one. I am not, nor have I ever been, a conservative stereotype when it comes to the Super Bowl halftime performance. I feel like it's a bit of a fad now. On the right, you watch the Super Bowl for the sole purpose of complaining about the halftime performance.
Oh, fucking based, man. Shout out to Candace. Based. I like.
Communist bees. Rihanna and conservatives made it seem like she was trying to channel the devil. She was actually pregnant and wasn't even moving around that much. I'm also a Shakira stan, so I thought her and J-Lo had a fun halftime performance. I'm not really one of these people.
And that's what I was telling you earlier. Cause they got mad at Shakira and J-Lo. They did.
Not
I
as
remember
mad.
that controversy. Agreed.
Not as mad. They're like, yo, these, no, they can't fucking. Real quick, they shut up real quick. They're like,
I remember that. I remember that. That's the day the conservatives who were complaining on Twitter or YouTube all had their hunched backs a little bit.
they're like,
Their hands weren't in this fucking frame.
They can't fucking.
And there was just a little bit of extra motion.
Huh? What?
So just a little vibration, okay?
You guys know Mark Anthony. That's why I had to come out for my boy. When they were saying stuff about him and what he did at a wedding after 11 p.m. No, he should not be responsible for that as a Latino man. I like the old school stuff, Aventura, the old Mark Anthony.
Okay, wait, hold
Listen,
up.
yo, Candace, who are you? Talking about Aventura, yo. What do you know about that? What do you know about that? What you know about that, B? Okay, Candace, talk about that.
You know what? My bad. You know what? Order in the court. I would like to apologize.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, you was.
She got good taste in music too. Fuck it. Communist bees right here. Let's keep going, okay? Candace, I'm sorry. Whoa. That's mine. That's my gavel. I bought that off Amazon. Don't touch that. Thank you.
I can't go back on?
No. You can't.
Manipulation.
Leave that to me, all right?
I grew up listening to all of it. So when
No, play that back.
What the fuck is that?
I grew up listening.
Yo, the way I effortlessly fell for that is disgusting. That is disgusting.
No, he should not be responsible for that as a Latino man. I like the old school stuff, Aventura, the old Mark Anthony music. Hasta ayer. I grew up listening to all of it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Candace. You don't need to prove nothing no more.
But he didn't book himself. And because of that, Turning Point USA announced that they would produce an alternative, quote unquote, all-American Super Bowl halftime show. On the Republican side, we're tweeting about, hey, turn your TV off. No, nobody turned their TV off. We can say no one did that, actually. The numbers jumped. Bad Bunny was performing live. Turning Point USA pre-recorded, I think, a couple of weeks ago. If you know YouTube at all, that's just not true on its face. It's actually, I laughed when I saw, I was like, this is actually crazy. I can't believe they're actually gonna try to pull this off. And I'm gonna walk you through this, so you don't even have to have my background on YouTube to understand why this number is impossible. First and foremost, you can just do this test. What do we have? Right now, we have 95,000 people that are watching this show. As soon as this show concludes, I want you to see how many views YouTube is going to instantly give it right away. It's probably gonna be something like 200,000 to 300,000 views right away as it continues to tabulate. This is a screenshot of their viewership after 6 million people tuned in concurrently at the exact same time. So that
So I didn't know what the proof was. You don't even have to go to that. If you go look up our channel right now on a video that we just finished, because we have to end the stream, it's already got 22K views. So for context, we had 6,000 live viewers. The video came out with 22K views. Theirs had 5 million live viewers, supposedly. And it has 5,000 views after an hour.
The most popular comment is the thing that Bad Bunny said.
And
That's
there's
what we're watching.
175 comments. Nah, you got
Not
it.
with 670K likes. There's no way. Not possible. Having 175 comments for a stream that had 5 million people watching is insanity.
So I'm going to present you now the official list of the top YouTube streams based off of concurrent viewership. These were the events. Number one was in India. That is a nation of 1.5 billion people. They had a moon mission, and 8 million people in India tuned into it.
All right, let's take a look here. So we got the World Cup, which makes perfect sense. Anyone who knows World Cup viewership, you have people from all over the world tuning in on televisions as it live streams. So These numbers make perfect sense with the events that are considered. So do I think that Erika Kirk's event drew in that many people? No. Absolutely not.
No.
I say it's probably closer to like a couple thousand people, like 3,000, 4,000 that watched live, based off of the press they got and the metrics after it was done. Okay, so let's say we think this is fake, right? Why do you think they did that?
Why did you fake stuff? You can't. You have to. Hold the fort. We're still strong. That's what we did there. There's a lot of people that are behind that, and we are right about what we're doing.
And for folks who are like ABBA,
fake?
people are not. You guys will be shocked. There's so many people who bought.
Yeah.
It is part of the industry for a lot of folks. It's how they get their numbers in. It's how they grow their metrics and get to sell to advertisers. In fact, there's some platforms like Twitch who will enable it because they get ad revenue or they get brand deals with specific brands based off how many viewers people have. And so if the numbers are down for live viewers, they can't justify the big brand deals they get. So there's a reason why people do this.
Especially if there's some people that sponsored her based on what the viewership would be. So imagine if you turn out, like you paid all that money that you're going to be given a check for, you promise a certain amount of viewership, and you don't get those, you're going to go.
Yeah.
My understanding in looking at this is that this is it. They're going to force Erika on us. Like I said, this is the Kamala thing. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it. We just got our hands up. We are literally victims here. They have the money, they have the power, and we're going to shut up and we're going to take it. And we're going to have to accept this audacious polling. It's going to be Andrew Colbert up on Fox News. Like, it's amazing. She is more popular than Cristiano Ronaldo. The internet loves it. YouTube loves her, and we're amazed that we pulled this thing off. We no longer live in a meritocracy. And Turning Point USA are effectively the righteous gemstones now. If you don't like Erika, then it's because you don't like Jesus. If you don't like what Turning Point's become, it's because you do not like Jesus. This is our new purchased.
Yeah. I will say, I actually did have some Christian YouTubers come and complain to me when we did our video on Erika Kirk saying it was inappropriate. You guys don't understand the power of Christ. When I see those YouTubers say stuff like that, I think to myself, whenever you guys align yourselves with these false prophets or these complete frauds because they're convenient right now, you do long-term damage to your reputation and to how people perceive your religion. You guys are very influential in the space. You help people sort through their faith. You help them find resources, answer questions, help them find the right questions to ask. But when you lie like this, when you pretend like Erika Kirk is not a complete fucking weirdo, and there's not a huge element of performative behavior with how her and TPUSA are acting, when you turn a blind eye to it because it's expedient for your immediate religious goals, you do long-term forever damage to how people view a religion. It's like the people who make excuses for Catholic priests diddling kids. It's like, I'll never look at you the same. Everything you preach to me is going to be marred in some kind of weird shit because it looks worse when you pretend like what we seeing didn't just happen. I think this is just further evidence of people say, oh, Apple, you're tripping about the hair. I don't know how y'all watch this stuff and watch all this fraudulence, them constantly lying about everything, them being excited about a merch sale. Oh my God, guys, it's only been 10 days since Charlie Kirk was assassinated. We made over $200K from merch.
That's crazy.
I don't care what y'all think grief looks like. If it looks like a scam and a fraud, the bitch never meant any of it. If that's what y'all do after you guys see your loved ones die, is you immediately run to prophets and try to profit from their death in every way possible, your grief is fucking phony.